Hi everybody, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just gone down into Bitcoin. Big up the CoinsKid crew. Thank you for your support, okay? Thank you for liking the videos, sharing the content, and most importantly, your subscription on YouTube. Please follow me on Twitter, and thank you. Honestly, I really appreciate all the really nice comments that I get. Thank you. Big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, we are sort of coiling up in this ascending triangle right here. One thing we don't want to see is this kind of throwback back down into this, because that could indicate that we're getting impulsive moves. So it's all about support and resistance, like I said to you, here when we was coming up and holding this support. If we can hold this ascending level support, this is just a really good area to put bids in with a stop loss, because you could ride a beautiful long up into resistance, and this is exactly what we're getting right now. So we've melted through this resistance here, which was this high and potential ascending triangle W double bottom pattern right here, which is a very, very bullish pattern, which gives you a break target, which I'm going to show you. But right now, what we're doing, as the price matures, personally, I was looking at some kind of big double top, coming back down, get a level of support and then go again. But at the minute, what we're doing for Bitcoin, we have to adhere to the structure of what it's doing. Okay, so like I've always said to you, time, patterns emerge, different things start to carve out than what you necessarily forecast basically and predict or anticipate basically. So right now we've got a potential massive ascending triangle, really, really bullish pattern just there. Now one thing here, if I show you right now, if we do get a breakdown, there is a reason why you would get support off there, because that's a W double bottom pattern just there. It's an ascending triangle with inside one like this. Okay, so again, I can't tell you exactly what it's going to do, because it's all about support and resistance, but there is a reason why you would come back to that neckline, because that's a W double bottom pattern, and you can see you're breaking out and you've not necessarily back tested this neckline and support. So immediately off the bat, if we do get a breakdown, that's just a really good area to put some bids in. Do you understand? Because you're falling back to resistance to test the support. So it doesn't mean it has to do it, but if this is a double top and it does start to roll and it loses support, then that would become your target. Do you understand? And there's a reason why, because W double bottom pattern broke resistance, boom, you've not back tested support. So the opposite of it right now is that Bitcoin's really, really bullish. Okay, and you've got a larger ascending triangle. Just because that melted through that, it doesn't mean it has to test it, but it's always on the radar, and this is what I teach on the channel. There is a reason why it would come back to it. Do you understand? Just there, if you remember, we'd melted through this support basically. Look at that big God candle, the push down. I remember when this was coming down, I says, fear not, because you're going to come up and retest this resistance, because you've melted through its support. Do you remember? And it did, and I remember here when it was starting to come down, people saying, no way, Bitcoin's going to 10k, 16k and all that. And I says, but you've not tested this as resistance, and this is where you had that big push, tested resistance, and right now, you kind of coming down still, aren't you? You're coming down until you're not. So what we need to do is hold support and structure. Okay, if it's potential ascending triangle, do something like this. If we get a breakdown, this is really, really important that we hold that low, because if we don't do something like that, that's really bearish. Okay, and you can act upon that. But right now, what we're doing, we're breaking out. We've got a W double bottom pattern. We're breaking out of a larger W double bottom pattern, and we're looking pretty tasty to come up basically. So for us to see the follow through, we do really need to hold on to structure and support. So right now, we've got a W double bottom pattern just there, breaking out, falling back to the neckline and support, looking for the continuation. Failing that, if this thing does start to break down, there is a reason why you would backtest this W double bottom pattern and ascending triangle, because you've melted through it as support without resistance, without backtesting it as support. Do you understand? So it's all there, it's all in the chart. So right now, if there was a big breakdown, that would be a very strong area of support for me, and if you start to see it lose it, that's really, really negative. Do you understand? So anyway, right now, what am I looking at? Potentially what we've done, we've broken out of a large ascending triangle here, okay, and we're looking at a technical target. Let me show you the technical target. So it's always from the point of contact all the way down to the first point in contact of the triangle basically, and what you do, you drop it from a neckline all the way up, and you can see it's a full retracement to this high, which would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? Because I think that if we do start to do this, we are really getting that structure of a massive W double bottom pattern here. We start to slowly but come up like this, and you've got your massive ascending triangle over a long period of time. Big massive double bottom, which is a larger version of that, and then again a larger version of this. It's all ascending triangles, which are bullish reversal patterns right there. Ascending level support, demand basically as it starts to come down. So anyway, what we've done here is broken out, and we're starting to create another little ascending triangle on a daily time frame. Let's take a look at this, because you've got a level of resistance just there, and the close yesterday for Bitcoin, it's all about your closes. Look at the close, because you can wick below, but always put your trend lines on the body candles if you can. The closes and openings right there. If you can put your trend lines concerns on them, it's always better to do that, in my opinion. Okay, so right now we're sort of carving out a structure inside of here of an ascending triangle. So we're essentially getting some kind of big break here, running out, holding this neckline of support of the larger ascending triangle, which takes us up to the 22k mark. And with that, we're sort of calling up, and we look like we're carving out another ascending triangle here, which is a bullish continuation pattern. So as this thing gets really close to the apex right there, you will see some kind of reaction. Now this is a positive bullish pattern. You know, you've got a bullish pattern here breaking out, you've got a bullish pattern here breaking out. You're looking for continuation right now, and if that is the case, that this is tradable. Okay, the break is tradable. Again, no guarantees, because if this starts to come down and loses this neckline, okay, this ascending neckline of support, that's bearish, and you will be looking at a breakdown of this ascending triangle. Just because it's an ascending triangle does not guarantee that it's going to go up, you know, or a descending triangle does not guarantee it's going to go down. There is a statistic on these patterns. I think on the ascending triangle it's something like 68% chance that it goes up, you know, and a descending triangle it's 68% chance that it goes down. So this is on a knife edge. Just because it's forming that doesn't mean that you're 100% guaranteed the break to the upside. So what we do, we trade on confirmation. So right now, if you start to see Bitcoin come up and close above 2806, you are looking at continuation here. You're looking at a bullish break, and you're looking to retest this neckline. Okay, and again, if you start to see that, you can look at the structure right now. Potentially what we've got is some kind of big impulsive push. Let me show you right now for Bitcoin. That what you've done is come up and you've got an impulsive wave, some kind of leading diagonal, some kind of big ABC correction that came back down and never lost the lows, and right now you're calling up for the continuation to come up. And if you do start to see that, you've got a huge Adam and Eve double bottom down here for Bitcoin, looking really bullish going forward into 2023. So that's a little update. You know, all of this is tradable. Personally, what I've done, I've took profit on my short because I was actually in a short right now, but this pattern that started to create is quite a little bullish pattern, to be honest with you. So I'm looking for the break, the confirmation of closing above 20806. If we start to see that, then I'm going to open along and I'm going to ride it all the way up, because this could be a beautiful little trade. Once you break that, you're looking at around about a 9 to 10% trade on Bitcoin, aren't you, where you will run into a level of resistance, and I would TP at that point as well for Bitcoin. So again, all this is tradable on BitGet and Bybit. They've got amazing sign up bonuses. There is a trading competition on BitGet. I will try and get more information out to you soon on that, but right now, if you do start to see Bitcoin break above that, then for me, you've got to go long, basically. Okay, and again, if you start to see the loss of support, you've got to go short, and I would be targeting that area right there for you. Okay, take care everyone. I hope you understand the update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, and thank you for support. I really do appreciate your support. Take care everyone. Bye bye.